Alright, I started watching for bubble makers because today's a great day for clouds that have a specific bubble maker that I call a bubble maker that I can see, where I can see, because the bubbles are made all the time, I believe, but like we all emit, in essence, everything does. Grass, everything. Ants, doesn't matter. But anyway, I wanted to show you this here is a bubble, and its center is the dark spot, and it's coming out of this circular spot right here in the sky. Okay, now all the way around the bottom of that circular spot are these white bright spots. Well, these white bright spots are bubbles being made. It's all bubbles being made, huge bubbles that will roll on up. See, these are rolls of bubbles going up the side of the cloud, creating what looks like the cloud. See, there's a shiny one right there. But yeah, they're made somehow, specific ones, because they only come out of these specific spots that look like, well, it looks like a big circle, which it is. It's the tip of one massive bubble, and that's the very tip. The closer it gets to the earth, the bigger the bubble. There's a big bubble that you can't see behind the white there, but that's all a ring of white bubbles that goes all the way around for miles. And then there's this other ring. You can see a big bubble up in here. But yep, they're all different rings of bubbles that go round and round, bigger and bigger and bigger as they go out. And I guess maybe they all have their own purpose. Everything has its own purpose, obviously, on the earth. That's what we're here for. But you can see this bubble is clear as a bell. Huge, big bubble that came out of there. And it's going to roll on down here with all these other bubbles down into here as it grows bigger and bigger and bigger. Oh, I wish I could hold that. But there it is. It's right there at the tip of my finger. It's just a big bubble. You can't miss it. It goes all the way around here. And beside it, there's another one, but it's kind of white-ish. And then behind it is another one and another one. And they just go in a big row all the way around. Right? And it's kind of hard to get my finger in there because the focus goes away. But you can clearly see this great big white one here with the white one on the tip look like it's a shiny one pointing up. It's smaller, right? They're all different sizes all the time. Inside, outside of every bubble is more bubbles. Bubbles, 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 down to a minuscule size that we breathe in. We don't see. We're immune to seeing it because they're microscopically small. Right? It's kind of hard to explain, but this is how I perceive everything around our atmosphere. And that is what I call a type of bubble maker, because it's huge now. It's getting closer to me. You can't really see the bottom bubbles anymore because they're down in the tree line. I started videotaping these back when I started seeing bubbles, but I didn't think anybody was really caring to watch the videos, because when I shared them, it never showed that there was anybody watching them, so I don't know. But yeah, this is a whole line of bubbles, great big ring that's just the very tip of this other big ring that goes around. Let's see, there's a bubble coming out here, a bubble coming out there, my finger, all the way around that whole stretch here. There's different bubbles, different colored bubbles. They can be blue, they can be white, they can be everything in between. And yeah, well, if you've seen any of my pictures, you can see that I pull them out of all kinds of pictures and change their color just so you can see them. Yeah, it's all bubbles. Just continue to come out of the cloud there, but they're different color bubbles, different shades of white, different shades of gray. then they all blend together, you know. But if I pull it all back there, you can see it's like one giant tip. See, it comes in like this, comes in around here and back up and out again. Well, that's the tip of just one giant orb, and that's all we are. We're just one frozen in stone bubble. Somehow, I believe, during this Big Bang thingy that supposedly happened or something like it. See, like there's this huge bubble. You can't miss that, right? Like, if you can, maybe adjust the color on your quality of the video that you're watching, because this is, yeah, it's just everywhere. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. And yeah, I believe they're all see-through and they all have their own agenda. Everything in the universe has its own agenda, its purpose. And I think the Earth is making bubbles through consciousness of the planet. Like it's exuding a consciousness of every living thing on the planet, whether it be plant or human or mammal or what have you, right? Every mosquito and everything has a purpose, and it sets off its own vibration, which then, goes out into the atmosphere, into the universe. Well, it has to travel somehow, and it's a microscopic, teeny tiny little bubble. And off it goes, and we can't see it, but it floats around, and that's what we see like orbs in nighttime videos and stuff. That's exactly what I think all of those are. Every orb is the same kind of thing and has a purpose. And this is just a way to watch them. See them in the clouds. Right? This is the clear ones. But if you can't see them, then, maybe try to look in a video for them, or take a look at some pictures and expand into the picture. Like I discovered it, bubbles, by expanding on a cloud and seeing a bubble rolling down the side and another one that had launched off the side of a cloud. So, see those two bubbles right there. You can't. Right? And they're all joined. And like I say, I call it the electric universe because they're all connected and they all have a vibration. And they all have a place to go because they all have an agenda. And there's one of those stars right there. There's one of those wheels in the sky. Oh man, I wish I could take a picture of that in multicolor. Yeah. That's the wheel in the sky. I was hoping to get one of those. So yeah, I'll zoom in and out of it. It's a wheel in the sky. It's at the center. And then all the spokes. And then, right, it's a wheel in the sky. Starts down at the bottom here, goes all the way up and around. There's the center, right? And then the spokes that go off at the center. And then you can't see it anymore. It's there, but it just blends. You can watch the sky and you see all these different shifting things. Like, can you see the size of this bubble? It looks like it's sitting on a golf tee, right? And then it'll roll off and disappear. Everything just blends. It's a whole row of bubbles going up through here. You gotta know what you're looking for. Look at the size of this one. Anyway, that's enough for now.